Hello, welcome to this series. We're looking at the different activities in the English language GCSE paper. We're going to look at Edexcel and AQA. If you're on a different examining board, this will still apply to you, but it might just be a different question on your paper. And if you're struggling to work out which one, send me a message and I will help you with that. But we're going to deal with question 3 from Edexcel and question 2 and 3 from AQA. These questions are about, can you identify language and structure features in the text, and can you tell us what effect they have? So in terms of marks and timing, you're going for Edexcel, you've got a 6-mark question, which is going to take you about 10 minutes, maybe a little bit less. And you're going to be dealing with language and structure together. So it'll be like, analyze how the writer uses language and structure. You're going to talk about both. In AQA, you're going to do 2 8-mark questions, one on language and one on structure, and each of them take 10 minutes, so 20 minutes altogether. So they give a little bit of different attention in these 2 papers. You might have 2 different types of question that come up. So it might be, how does the writer use language and structure, stroke language, stroke structure, depending on what board you're on. How does the writer use these to interest the reader? And if you get that question, what you're going to do is you're going to go, here's a bit of language or a bit of the text. This is the technique. So it's repetition, it's personification, it's simile, it's dialogue, depending on whether you're talking about language or structure. It has this emotion attached to it, either for the reader or just like for creating a mood. It creates a scary mood. It makes the reader feel nostalgic. It adds to the tension. Something like this. It's surprising. And then that is going to lead to that interests the reader. So it's like a 4-step thing. If you get a question that's something like, how does the writer use language to describe the hyena's appearance? That's from one of the AQA papers. Then it's going to be a 3-step process. So you're going to say, here's a bit of the text, here's the technique, and then that's what it makes us think about hyenas. So this metaphor is a metaphor, and it makes us scared of hyenas, or it makes the hyenas appear scary, something like that. So it's a 3-step jump. If you aren't familiar with language features and structure features, that's your first step here, learning to identify them in the text. So you can go to somewhere like BBC Bitesize and find a list of language features and structure features with examples. It doesn't matter what examining board they're designed for, they're the same for everyone. Or you can look in the mark scheme of whatever paper you're looking at, and there'll be lists in there as well. And so learning to take a text and be able to go, that's a metaphor, that's repetition, that's dialogue, that's a change of pace, that's a change of perspective, that's a change of tense. Those are good things to practice doing. That's your first step. And then your second step is kind of stepping through these like little formulas. So I can see this bit in the text. That is a metaphor. It has this emotional effect. If you're looking for interesting the reader, or it tells us this about the hyenas, about the experience of these characters, the environment that they're in. You've only got 10 minutes for each of these activities, times 2 for AQA. And so you're probably looking to make 3 small points. You don't need loads of elaboration, but you just want to make 3 points. And if you're doing Edexcel and the question says, analyze the language and the structure, you need to make sure that you have got both included. If you're a very quick writer, maybe aim for 4 short points. But it's not a full essay, it doesn't need an introduction, doesn't need a conclusion, just stepping through this process with a few different examples of language that you see. Hopefully that helps. Stay tuned for the next video.